Hello, I'm back again. Sorry about that little. Okay, let me know if you can see me. I just reloaded the save game. PC crashed. And then when my PC crashes, it also takes down uh, my camera, so I have to reset that as well. Let's see. So we have a little bit of things to redo here. Not much, but luckily it was not that much we had to redo, and was already redoing most of that. Anyway, so here. There. And we're gonna go this part and this part. Good. And I think that was what I wanted. Oops. Over here. And then copy it over to the side and copy it over to the side and then start editing. Can see you. Alright, good. Thank you, Anonymous. And Everlist. And everyone else who can still see me. Then we'll just do this again. And that would be here. Now I think that was also... Wasn't that also supposed to go down? 20,000. Oh, right. That wasn't changed. That needs to be changed as well. I was saying, you probably could have shifted top unloaders one tile to the right. Wires maybe will reach since there is a less Y offset. Could have shifted top unloaders. Ah, yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh, actually, let's try that. Ah, nice. There. Saved one space. Perfect. And this one will now be purple signs. Purple signs. More purple signs. More purple signs. There. So that's done. There we go. And these also need to be set down to half as much. Go. And then the last two, they should also be doable. That is yellow. And then just switch all this to yellow. And white signs. It's funny that they are called colors and then they're not called colors. Right? You don't call it white signs, you don't call it gray signs. You just... But all the other colors are colors. Colored sciences. It's weird. Cool. That's done. Actually, wouldn't that be a thing? That's nicer. That's the thing, right? This is not just about getting something to work, but we also just let ourselves get distracted a little bit for the aesthetic. Cool. Now I need to figure out how to do this part. It's actually easiest with the stuff coming out from the side because that one's just easier. Let's do that one. You know. And then these are the most complicated ones. Hold on, I actually need to just merge them into a single belt, right? That's not gonna be good, is it? Hold on, that's a problem. Because that's not gonna be... If I do this, it's not gonna be evenly balanced. But that does... kind of matters? I don't know. Doesn't matter? How much does it matter? Let me know. What do you think? Yeah, the thing is, like, that seems so excessive to use balances before this. Main balance before merging. Are you aware that, like, when I feel that it's excessive balancing, then it's excessive balancing. That is freaking disgusting. Right? That can't be right. That is not right. That's like, I'm sorry, your unloading station has a tumor. It's a little bit much, right? If I do this, since both boxes are going from the same wagon and consumption is only balancing between two boxes is not required at all. Yes, but the only thing is that one of these will then be empty and the other one will be full. And that's the part I'm... Which means that when the next train comes in, one inserter is only going to be unloading like 20% and the other one has to unload 80% because that's how it is. So it's... so what? I know, so what? It's a trade-off. Everything is a trade-off. That's about as simple as it gets. Yeah. You can just limit one of the boxes. That will kind of balance it. No, because then I can't effectively unload a full train here, or yeah, a full one. So, yep, nope, don't want to do that. You could make a logic deactivate one of the inserters if one of the chests is more empty than the other. Probably not worth it. Yeah, right. I could just have them only work in like, I could have them synchronized so that they'll activate each other, so they'll always just, if one is stuck, the other one is stuck. I can't remember how to do that. I should not be doing this, but isn't that possible? Enable and read hand content. Enable condition. Bleh. What are we unloading from this one? Let's unload in anything. It is true when there are no inputs. No, I want it false then. There. Read hand content. Hold, I think. I have no idea what I'm doing. No, it won't work. It won't work because now they're both deactivated. I don't know how to do this. I just feel that there is a way to have these two just always trigger, but this is not it. Oh, right, if both are 0. Yeah, maybe that's what. Because they should be enable when... false. Like, false? It's false when... What about false? Like, there's... False is not... It is true. I don't know what true and false means in this context. Like, is it 1 or is it 0? I want it to be when... Okay, hold on. I can't figure this out right now, so I'll just do it with the simple one, and then we can change it later on. There. So you read the hand content, and you hold it like that. Yeah? I don't know if this... I don't know if this is actually good enough. This is enabled when they're not holding. So it's like when one is holding... Good, now I'm confused. Yes, I agree. I'm confused as well. Because... What is this signal receiving? Oh, it's of course receiving 0. So this is receiving 0. So it should be like 0. Now they're just throwing things out there. Now they alternate. It actually works. Which have less natural priority by the belt should always work. And actually the other one. This is also working. Do you need 2 unloaders per wagon with single one? Keep up. Yes, because I need to be able to unload into 2 boxes. I think this actually works. But do I care? Do I care enough that that's a priority? Let's see how much of a difference there is right now. Oh. Never mind. Both less than 3, so the belt would be full. Why less than 3? Top one should be the leader, and bottom one should be the follower. But how do you know when leader, follower, in this case, that would be... How would that be determined? So this one is none, always enabled. And you're reading, and the other one is enabled when it gets a signal that's greater. That's not how it works. Also, I think it's the other way around. Yeah, but it will have something in hand when it can't export. The leader will be this one. The leader as in... This one has to be enabled when it gets like that. Still doesn't go. So you can only go when it's empty. Then we're back to swingy swingy. But I don't know, this kind of works fine. And I think if it gets, I don't think it'll completely mess up. But will it though? The only thing that it messes up with is that one will empty too slowly. Like worst case, we have to think worst case scenario. So worst case scenario in this case is that one will be empty and the other one will be full. And then it will not request a new train because, well, actually it will request a new train, but the new train will then go 10% into this one and 90% into that one. That means it takes longer to unload the train than it absolutely has to, but the unloading speed is still higher from one inserter than the whole consumption thing, which means it's not going to jeopardize the overall build. I can't really see how that would work or how it would jeopardize the overall build. 6 per second, yeah. Does this take UPS? AK, is it worth it? It does take UPS, but I don't think this is going to be a UPS constraint base. Let's see. Why are they both the same? Because that's kind of what I said. Well, not only 6 stations, but for now, 6 stations, yeah? Okay, so let's also change it to... Does that still work? Yeah. Because this is generic, and we like generic. I'm sure we'll find some kind of reason why this is a bad idea, but we'll see. For now, it's a thing. Yep. What we just did, enable connect to everything. Perfect. Cool. Is this done now? There's no trains that need to be here because they are obviously not working. Yeah, this should be... I should have trains coming in. Boop, boop. Like magic trains. Reds. And greens. Yeah. This will be blue. And this will be purple. Go to the blue one. Go into the purple one. Looks like I forgot something. Yep, that one is not correct. Oops. And that's the yellow. Perfect. And this will be yellow. And this will be the white one. That's a lot of white one. And then you are going to go into the yellow one. You're going to go into the white one. Oh, you can flip blueprints today. Good. Yeah. They are definitely not unloading as fast as they could be, but as long as they unload fast enough, then it doesn't matter. It's just a matter of the first 30 seconds. It won't be balancing out as fast as possible. I need to figure out how to fix this mess I have in here. There's just not a lot of options. Like, look at this. This one should never be connected here. Like, that's not... Like, why is this one connected to that one? It doesn't make any sense. This one's connected to that one. That makes no sense. It should just be connected to the closest one. That's it. Like, this is connected up here. Makes no sense. It makes no sense. Look at all these weird connections. Just decides to get way too many connections. I don't know how to fix it. Like, for example, I don't think these two should be connected, and this one should definitely not be connected there, but that can be connected. They should only be connected to the one that's closer, and should never be crossing. That doesn't need to be connected here. That should be connected to that one, and then that should not be connected here. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to fix this without doing what I'm doing now, and I don't want to do that. And then that goes down. They have too many connections. Of course there's too many connections because it's awful. I don't know what to do. That should be a connection either. I don't know. I'm confused. Maybe it's because I don't even know what I want. Yeah, it's cable management or rack cabinet. Shift drag the inside. Normal the big poles to the nearest medium. I don't know what that means. Shift drag the inside. I don't know what shift drag does. So I don't know what that does. It clearly disconnected something. No, all of that line. No, that is disgusting. Like, how did that all? No. Are you kidding me? This is the most absurd thing I've seen. And oh, look at these nice straight lines, except they're not connected. I don't want nice straight lines. I don't want them crossing like this. Yeah, but I don't get it. I just don't get it. It's still a mess. Like, this is almost doable, right? Except that there's a crossing thing. I don't know. Okay, maybe I can... What if I fix some of it and just delete the rest? And then try again. I don't like having this. It's so bad that it just really bothers me now. So we'd want... And I do get why there's questions, because should this one connect up here? I don't know. It probably shouldn't. Oops. There. So now they are all connecting up here, and then this one is not connected, and that one is connected here. That's not connected here, so they need horizontal lines and vertical lines. Oh, that was connected. And this one's connected. Oh, too many. No diagonal lines. That's basically it. No diagonal lines. Right? And not that one either. No skipping. Okay, I'm kind of understanding what I'm doing now. Skip that, and you go in there. Kill that, and then that one is missing. Oh. Kill that, and kill that. Kill this one. Hey, I think I got it. I can do it. I don't know. Beautiful, except for one line. Ta-da! Okay, fix it. No, I can't really design it with less power pulls. This is how it's supposed to be. I'll just fix it, and then I'll save it, and then I'll never come back to this again. Diagonal. And skipping. Those are not allowed. You're skipping. That's a diagonal. And then I can re-establish this. That's... Oh, this is skipping. Oh, this is diagonal. This is diagonal. And then I can re-establish that. That's a diagonal, and that's a skipping. Re-establish this. Oops. Yeah, I know. It's a... Oh. It's a silly thing, but it's also one of those things that just... It's gonna bother us. And I know that it's not just gonna be me that it bothers. And we're almost there, so... Not that. And... Not that. It's an interesting idea why they would connect like this. That's a skipping. Then... Yes? No. Missing one down there. And I'm gonna hurry up and save it before something blows up. There. The bots won't build a need though. Even the instant build on the editor will mess it up. No, it should be. When it's a blueprint, then it saves it as part of the blueprint. Let's take a blueprint here for science labs. Science slabs. Like that. And then I'm gonna be no trains and no train fuel because those don't exist. And we're gonna get a new icon. That's just gonna be the simple one. There. 6 per sec. And a little bit of a shift. There we go. Train stop names, yes. See, it remembers. If we do the instant build one. Ta-da! It's part of the blueprint now. Alright, good. That means we now have a science slab, and the science lab will request a blue science because it realizes that it doesn't have enough blue, so it'll immediately send that up. Let me remove all of these. Yeah. And then we can hover here and see at some point we'll get one of these will start complaining. Probably not this part, but one of the other ones. Here. Not anytime soon. What if can I just test it? Oh. Don't think I want these in my inventory. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna accidentally pick them up. So that should send a blue signal. That means now it sends a blue signal to build a blue circuit, which is something we actually have in here. The blue is here, the science is here. It's taking a little bit longer, but that's actually okay. So what we need to do now is build the red and the green. We'll do that after the break. Oh, I built a red-green science. I don't know if I want a red-green science or I want a red science or green science. Let's see how much we want. There we go. That's irrelevant because we already have this one, but whatever. There. Just so we get a sense of how many. How many is this? This is a total of 88, and this one has 96. So it's going to be pretty much the same amount as we have in here, but we need to make it for the other one. So that might be possible to do red and green in here. Oh yeah, it definitely will, because here I also have the engines, and that means this part has way more, 200, but I only need 88 in here. And then a little bit more for inserters and stuff, but cool. So, short break, then we'll be back in 2 minutes, and then we'll have 1 more hour where we can at least build this one and hopefully also just enable it. Be back in 2 minutes. Thank you all for joining, and thank you for that glorious hype train. back. All right, so the question about where the robots build it, yes, because they made a change not too long ago, like 3 years ago maybe, where it was after 1.0 that wire connections are part of blueprints. Previously, they were not part of blueprints. They were just sort of deduced when things were built. But now it's part of the blueprint, so they will remember it. Cool. So I need how much for this? This was 40, and how much? That must be like 48. Okay. Cool. Let's think about how this is going to be. So you just need... maybe like this, so that this goes up. How many stations do we want inbound? We want iron, copper, and green circuits. Those are the things we want in. This will then be greens. Yeah. Good evening, extra training space. Good to see you. There. Good. So we have room for this. And this part here is now 24. And I needed a total of 40 of these, so... right now, I'm just trying to get a sense of how big this build has to be. Yeah. 48. Okay. So with this is exactly the size we want. 6 and 6. Perfect. Finally caught one of the streams live. This project is really cool. Thank you. I think so too. There. And then get my two loading stations here, and then get... let's see. I don't know, get one station in from either side. Let's have a look at the actual consumption of this. 6, but also 6 of these. Okay, let me just break this down as well. Let's try this. I mean, sometimes you just hit it, right? Now that's going to be breaking down, and then I need 15 gears. Like this. No. Is it? Which one is it? There. And there we go. 0, 0, 0. And now that means 39 and 6 and 6. So we have really low quantities of each of these and quite high quantity of iron. Okay. Yeah. Copper left, iron bottom, and green right. Yes. I think that's the right way to do it. There were a comment a while ago about how we will build white signs if we limit ourselves to blue one. But assembler will be empty. What? Blueprint will try to place blueprint, but assemblers will be empty without researchers. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Maybe a little bit. It's not how it's gonna work. Yeah. I think that in the end, I will probably have everything unlocked, because how are we going to set up the signs? We don't know, or I don't know how to control the signs or build, like, how do I get the signs to select the next? That's something that can be done with circuits anyway. So, and I always make them locally. That's interesting. That's actually interesting to do that. Make them locally. I wouldn't normally do that, because I would be like, wait a minute, you need the productivity modules. But that's actually a pretty good idea. Let me at least try that. It'll be less trains, so... This is 2 per second. So technically that's going to be 1.5. So this one will be here. 0. So now we just have to make 16 coils. That'll be 18 coils. 15 and 45. Yeah. I think that's actually a good idea. I like that. I like that. Yeah, so I haven't really thought about that. Well, I kind of have thought about it and then figured that it's not really the most important thing to figure out. But when I build this part, it'll start making a demand for everything. And we have a problem, like, I can't control this with circuits. So I don't know. I don't know how to do this. We'll have to find a mod that can queue up research based on circuit things, or just something that automatically researches anything, and then uncheck some option that says military science or something like that, right? I don't know. Something I always research the cheapest science, and then I don't know how we would check to see if we have a research available before getting there. That's kind of weird. So if you have good ideas, then let's share them. I saw once called Advanced Research Queue or something like that. Labs block will request each and every science anyway. Yeah, but that doesn't matter, because that's easy to mitigate, because I could just have something here that says, if you have not researched something, then minus 100 requesters of white science, or purple science, or yellow science, and then only enable that research at that part when it actually gets there. So it's going to be a mod of some sort. Yeah. Is there an option to build with full chests? Is there an option to build with full chests? No. Don't understand that. So I don't know how you could do that. There's a mod called Auto Research does that. Not updated recently, but it exists at least. Yeah, I would also imagine that there would be one Auto Research. That just, and I would hope that there's some kind of mod that, or option to do that. But that still leaves the question of, how do I make sure that my builder mechanic here doesn't go in and start building, I don't know, let's say purple science by the time we haven't really unlocked purple science, or something like that, right? Let's take the best example is, you can't start researching this. Just queues new research. That's fine, and that's a big part of it. The question is, how do I check so I don't build something that I don't have access to. Let's say, what would be the thing that we wouldn't have access to that we would want to build? I don't know. Isn't it only this part? No, here. This is the first one that we are not guaranteed to have. Like, rocket control unit, I guess. Rocket control units. So this one, and this one are not allowed to be researched until we actually have them, or not allowed to be, you're not allowed to place down the building for the satellite until this has been researched. Because, or technically this one has been researched. Don't know how to do that. I mean, I do know how to do it, but it's ugly as hell. You would have a blueprint that stamps down a rocket silo, and then monitors if there's a ghost. If there's a ghost, then it hasn't been researched yet. And then you place down an assembler that tries to build a rocket silo, and if we have it researched, then when we stamp down, it will have a recipe, and it will build the silo, and the ghost will no longer be there. Yeah. You can simply not introduce the science token to the system before it's researched. Yes, Fendo, but the question is, how do I know when it is researched? What is the thing that I can monitor in a circuit network that gives me an indication that it's okay now? Because preventing it from happening is not a problem. It's the trigger going from I don't have it researched to now I have it researched. If available resources, XLR build. What available resources? Thought manual step. Never. It's not acceptable for. It's not a self-expanding base if I have to come check on it. So I don't see mods for it. Well, I'm gonna have someone make a mod for it. I'm sure we can do something, right? I mean, there is. How about when we get an auto research mod, we will know the exact sequence it will research things in. And when we know that 2,743 yellow signs have been consumed, that means this one has also been completed, for example, right? Because we can easily track how much has been consumed by monitoring how much yellow signs has passed by this part. So once we can say that 3,000 yellow signs has moved past this point, then we know that it has passed this point, it has moved in here, it probably has been consumed. Then we'll subtract whatever is in here. But we can definitely calculate. What if they update Factorio? Update Factorio, yeah. What is the update Factorio? It only shows requirement for science. Oh, I don't need it. I figured it out. So, for example, the first train comes in, unloads 8,000 yellow signs. And that means we now have, at this point, 8,000 yellow signs in this location. Yeah. When this one drops below 10,000, then it requests another one. So now I get another one in. That means I've now put 16,000 in here. Then by the time the third train, yellow train, is requested, that must mean that it has consumed enough to go below 10,000. That means it must have consumed 6,000 in total science. That means 6,000 science has moved out of these boxes and into this network. That's probably maximum 500 that's stored here. I don't know, probably. And the rest must be consumed. That means we know exactly how much has been consumed in that case. And then we know. That must mean that if X thousand has been consumed, then we can enable the space science to be built. Hey, I think that was a clever way of doing. You don't need a mod for it. That's exactly what I said. Exactly. So we don't need mods for it. We need a mod to auto-research everything, and then we need to check what sequence it auto-researches things in. Because if I... like it might start researching logistics system and personal roboports and like other crap that is not, let's assume that it can not do, it can deselect military science, but it might do braking force 7 before it does this, but it will always have a specific sequence it researches in. You have to enable all the signs past blue since you have to research the bottle before you should place the... No, I need to research everything that is blue signs. Anything that requires up to blue signs and nothing else. So you can unresearch all of this. Anything that is red, green, blue, and nothing else. That is assumed researched. So not that, not that. Yes, this one. Yes, this one. Nope, nope. Yes. But more importantly, yes, yes. But none of these. And none of these. It is configurable as hell as far as I can know. Okay, that should be fine. And if you can build it somehow, then deselect some things. And that means, for example, it could go here, and then it could take that one, and take that one, and they could take this one. And what else could it take? It could not actually take anything else. If we deselect anything that is military science, then maximum wrongness it could go is 500, 250, and then that's 1050, and then another 2050. Did I say 2000 and something? Yeah. So when we have consumed 2050 science, yellow science, then we know beyond a doubt that this one is researched. And at that point, we can't stamp this one down because we still need to also do this. So it's 4050 science. Once that's done, then we can take this. Perfect. Can't you just monitor if you have a silo available? No. Yes, kind of. It's going to be a little bit interesting because our hub will be built, but it will have a lot of incomplete recipes. That means that every time a research or every X cycle, I'll have to stamp down the hub blueprint on top of itself again to sort of build any remaining recipes. And that's why I didn't do this right now, because that's like, it's advanced, it's later on, it's not something I want to do right now. So I think it's super interesting, but yeah. Take this out. Take this out. Yeah. So this will now, oops, be Inner one is green. And outer one is red. You know the order of science packs so you can monitor the flow of science packs. Only when all currently available in the system are stuck. Introduce next one, assuming always researching. Yeah. Yeah, we can definitely do it. And I think that's going to be super interesting to get into. But it's also something we won't do right now. I think it's fair to bring it up because then we can think about, oh, yeah, that's actually an interesting challenge. Let's make sure that we handle that. But not much more than that. Okay, so I will get 2 belts out here. And the output is only 6. So I'm going to go with a train. This will be going to red. Will be going to green. Perfect. And they're now ready. And let's have a look at the blue science build, because that's basically going to be the design for this. There and there. Actually, then I could also just make it nope, I can't really get it in there. I'm just trying to figure out how close I can push this up. One off here, and that's one off there. Should I just give him a little bit of a breather in between here? One, two. There. Let's see. Could go one up. Looks quite fragile. There's a possible deadlock. We could research anything up to and including white science, and then we will be unable to research anything until white science is built. But we can only place white science blueprint after we researched it. So it's limited on both ends. We must detect when we research white science exactly. After we researched it. I don't see the problem with waiting too long. Wait, what is the problem with... Could research anything up to and including white science, and then we will have... Be unable to research anything until white science is built. Yes. Right. Yes, yes. Okay, I get it. It is, it's true, because there might not be a lot of other researches available after that. So once we get it, we want to build it. Yep. Yeah, research will be stuck because there's not much else, if anything, to research. Good. It makes sense. I would like to be using this part here. Do you mind us using this today? Yeah. That's good. Let's try to make that work. the idea here is super simple, right? Input, input, output, output. Input, input, output, output. All good. Copy, paste. Oh no! But the other ones are good. Yeah, I like it. We'll do this. Then I guess that's fine. I could also just make it so that it's all like this. Does look a little bit weird. But hey, it keeps the peace, then we'll do it. There we go. We could overshoot rocket silo. There's white signs after that. But not white signs. Yes. The thing is, like, then we just need another catch. Because after we build rocket silo, we can build everything except the silo, the satellite. So that means we can start making the rocket parts. We just can't launch it because we don't have this one yet. And this one we only get once we have a user. It's another 2,000. So we'll need to have some kind of this blueprint, or this can only be stamped down and the satellite is a separate build or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. It's not something I want to solve right now, as you can probably tell. Okay, so this is the output. And this is the input. This is the input. Yes. So what do we want? We can go here. Boop, boop, boop. Hello, Moon. Thank you and good evening. You're usually not up this late, aren't you? Are you? Usually you're like, oh, it's already late. So good evening, good night. Very must be quite late, and thank you for the 2 full years of tier 3. Is that gonna be? That's gonna be fast enough. There. Good. And that means I need copper in. Playing games. Ah, tomorrow's off. Didn't notice the time. Ben, still you came in here and supported. Thank you very much for that. There. So iron comes in on these two, and copper comes in here. That looks pretty good. This is a complete mess, though. I will need to figure out how the hell I'm gonna do that. Ugh. How's everything? I'm getting less and less time to join streams. Yeah, I noticed. I'm sorry to see that, but you know, things happen. People move on. We're doing great. Doing great. Doing great. It's we're starting this massive Factorio project, and it's going pretty well. We're just getting into the more of the classical me part, the design, the endless design part.
subscriber. Come, steal yourself. We are building
Steal
an
yourself.
army.
Rudensburg, thank you for the prime. Welcome. Kind of just always thinking here how are we gonna do this. Oh, sorry. Oh, building a hub here. What's the plan? No, we're building a self-expanding base, so this base is building itself, and we're in the process of designing different city blocks that have a purpose, and then will be built when the program identifies that is needed. And we designed some things today, like a blue science build and some labs, and now we're working on red and green science, and we'll figure out if yeah, how that's gonna work. That's gonna be up here. This is really puzzling, but it might work. Is that the thing? Oh, we're missing the reds, the greens, whatever. There's some things. Ooh. How do I pick up from this one? It's convoluted, for sure. Does it work? I have no clue. Ta-da! It's a bit of a miracle if it works. Let's try it. And of course it doesn't work because I'm missing. Could do this. Then that can reach, and this can reach. It's weird. Now that looks like it's actually on purpose. Question is whether this can keep up. Working, 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 working. No problem keeping up here, no problem keeping up. This is the only one I'm worried about. Like that one. And it seems to work. This is easily keeping up, easily keeping up, easily keeping up. This is the only one. Damn, that's a really cool design. That's a really cool one. I love the fact that this is so crazy about Factorio, and I don't understand it. I honestly do not understand it with Factorio. Like, how can we still just continue to come up with new designs? And it's not like, yeah, I don't know. There's always just some parameter that makes it just a little bit different from all the stuff that we've been building before. And then oh, there. And let's see. It might just be like that, except for the green ones. But yeah, it's a pretty good start. Then the question is, do we want the green ones or not? And man, this is a nice build. It looks very symmetrical, and yeah, it's a nice one. Okay. There, that's slightly better, I guess. Where would we build this? Could also just let this go out one more tile, and then bring it in this way. Actually makes more sense. Red underground does not reach now. Oh, that's true. Inserters assembler output. What? This one. I mean, the easiest is just to do that. It just makes it a little less nice. Yeah, swap top and bottom arms. It doesn't help because then this one will have to be here, and then I need that to be an underground. It's gotta be the same amount of undergrounds, because then I need to go. I'll just do it. So that one. Yeah. And then that one goes down here, and I still need to go under. To go here, there. Working. So that'll be the same amount of undergrounds. I think it doesn't make it any nicer. What if we swap the undergrounds here as well? Would that make a difference? Not really. Yeah, then no, then I'd have to go out here, and then I don't have that. Oh, actually, that's funny. I didn't even think of that. Huh. They can actually overlap with each other. Ugh, I don't like it though. Yeah. How much is this consuming? This is consuming 18. Okay. What if I include? Oh, it is including that. It's 18. What if I do this? Then it's only 12. Okay. So this one is 27. So that's one belt and that's another belt. Huh. Yeah. Can that fit in here? Yes, it can. Sweet. And then go. And if I now summarize all of the copper that we need, it's still only 15, so that's still fine. It's a pretty neat build, except I haven't really decided which one I like the most. This one has 7 underground belts, this one has 8 underground belts, so this one's actually slightly less. So whatever you're doing, stop doing it and do this thing instead. Whoops. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. If I can squeeze it in here, that's a pretty neat little build. I like it. I have never built red and green signs like this, but I guess that's a thing. Okay, so now we need a unloading station. Let's have a look at that iron unloading station. Is that something we can use for inspiration? I think it might be. Well, partially. Let's get this one first. One. Huh. Let's see. Oops. guess that's it. This seems a little bit... Oh, this one should be over here to be parallel. There you go. And that's why this is the middle. Good. Yeah, I'm just thinking if I need it, if I need to lane balance it. I probably do. And I just realized I can't remember how to do a 2x2 lane balancer. I just remembered that I could remember how to do a lane balancer. I think. It looks like it does something, right? No. That's disgusting. Ew, you are filthy. This is beauty. And it might work. Okay, so here our consumption was in total how much? 45. So if this drops below 20,000 divided by 45 per second divided by 60, that's 7.5 minutes. I think we'll just be fine with it. Stacker queue. I don't know. It's just borderline, right? Where it makes sense to have it. $20, and then this is below, I don't know, 5. Panic mode, 50,000. That's not panic. There. And that goes connected. Yep, to these two. So right now it should be 2. Yep. And I will get in, yes. And you will go back out and back out because you will be requesting an iron one. If it's less than 5,000, that's when we panic. And if we panic, we should also request another location. I think that's fine. That makes sense. Alright, any considerations? Yes, an acute lack of lights. So let's get some lights in here. Kind of want it to be there then. Yeah, that feels kind of samey. Ah, that sucks. Why did I not just look at the other one and put it the same place? Blech. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking I don't need 2 of these. I think. Nicely organized spaghetti city block. Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. All things considered. This is so low quantity that I just want a simple little build. We'll get a simple build like this one, for example. Something like this. Yeah. And there you go. And you will be copper inbound. Don't I have that? No, I should have it, but I don't. There. Okay, so copper inbound, and let's fire this up to copper, and then 10,000. No, 20, and because it's actually 10,000, and the panic mode is copper on 2,000, because it's not really demanding very much. And then I need onto that. Done. And this wire goes in here, and then that will be letting the network know that I want one of those. Oh, why am I only getting one? Oh, right, I'm only getting one. One iron built. And you, are you hooked up to the network? Yeah. That is set to 1 because it's send limit. Yes. And the train is called the right thing. I think this works. I am going to test it. No panic mode for copper, no, because panic mode is only for high consumption items, and that is definitely not high consumption. So we'll just send in a normal. Yep, you are going to go from. Well, you no, not you. No, damn it. You're going to do that one. Would the base ever be big enough to handle? Ah, you know what? Hey, I have a present for you. There. Well done. Bravo. Well done. It's funny how old are you? And there. You're gonna go into that one. And yeah. Let's see if it works. No problem. It is stacking, so, and it's stacking here as well. There might be a little bit about the sidedness here, but that will be all fixed by the lane balance, because both of these are consuming way too much from one side and, well, not much from the other side. I could change that, but I don't want to. Let's see, is everything working? Why are you not working? You're not getting any... Why not? Gears fast enough? They should be. But let's have a look here. As long as it's always working up here and never blinks, then that's fine. This one as well. This is the one that I'm most concerned about. But that's, again... The fact that this is always working is a little bit like... Does that mean it's keeping up and slowly working towards stalling or not stalling, but the supply constraint. Lane balance on copper. That's a good idea. There we go. Easy. It's a very nice little build. Oh, whoa, that's an interesting little challenge. Okay, never mind. Oh, right, that must be somewhere else. Yeah. Right, I have a missing thing. I am not getting this part in here. I don't know how to do that. Huh. Maybe just like this. Guess that's fine. So these are supply trains, and they will now go to... and it'll go until full, and then until empty. Hold on. That's not okay. No. Well. There you go. This is now going to go to... go. And this one is definitely going somewhere else. Go from here to full cargo, and then to that one with empty cargo, because they have to have the recipes here. Missing circuit condition for inserters on fuel. Inserters for fuel, missing circuit condition. I don't know what that one, what circuit condition. These ones did not have any circuit conditions. From the box, did it have anything in the box? I don't think so. This one doesn't have any circuit. It's the box that's connected to this one that goes over. No worries, no worries. Just copy fueling part from smelters. No, because the fueling part for smelters goes into the middle, but I can't do this squiggle part here when it's for the front one. That's why I have to do something different. So it was not just me reinventing the wheel for yet another time, but it was actually a purpose, because this one's in the way. I could boom it up. I'll build it here. I could build it up here. Doesn't look as nice, does it? I feel it. I kind of like this part. Now it's kind of... No, I have these two down here, and they're kind of also up here, so, you know. Could move one over, then it would be fine, but... I kind of like it. So, 4K and 5.7K. Why is this one so much ahead? I don't know. If I look at it, they should be performing at the same rate. I love this part. Like, look at that. That is crisp ratios. Yummy. I guess that's also one of the things that they did. Like, they were like, okay, for the first things, you get nice, clean ratios. So you get used to ratios, and you start going like, oh, I can need 2 of those and then 20 of those. Excellent. That I can deal with. And then it comes to purple science, and you go like, ha 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 ha, you thought it was nice. It's not. Oh yeah, we tested one of them for a long time. Yeah, it's true. We tested this one for a long time. That's true. I'm really liking this build. It's very nice. The only thing that's not nice is that part out here. Oh, we're also overtime, so let me get the hell out of there. Otherwise, you owe me another hype train, but that's not where we are. I will hurry up and put this into... Yeah, red and green. Oh yeah. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Red, green, 6 per sec. And... Oops. That one. That one. That one. No. I don't know. That doesn't feel right. There you go. Hmm? Ah, because this one is actually full. It has 0. Boo. There. Okay, let's wrap this on up. And so next week I'll be playing some Timberborn. And depending on whether I can refund or not, then if I can't refund, what's it called? The Jedi Survivor, then I might as well play it a bit more. That sucks. But that's just how it is. So thank you all for joining. I will be back tomorrow. Next week there will only be Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for weekday streamings, and then of course next Sunday, 1 week from now. Also, YouTube should be some Timberborn content, and of course the usual Factorio content. Thank you all for joining. The price is a bit much. Yes, it very much is. It's a whole level 5 hype train just to just for that game. So yeah. So anyway, thank you all for joining. I will see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. Have a great rest of the weekend, and good night. Take care. Stay effective.